to what we've seen earlier on in the year when we played Washington, Wash U, kind of staying back in their zone and trying to capitalize on their chances.
Blue Jays with the puck. They fling it all the way down to go just to the left of Struckoff. Icing waved off. Good hustle by Harvey. He collides with the Tiger back out in behind the net. Uglo's got the puck. Took it from Prest. Banks it off the boards all the way down the ice. Icing waved off here. Bonnet and Prest go chasing for it in the corner. And taken away by Bonnet. Dangerous opportunity out in front of the net. And the Tigers not able to poke it home. And another shot deflects high. A whistle blows play dead though. A turnover in the defensive zone by Creighton results in a grade A scoring opportunity for the Tigers.
That comes by a hard forecheck by Aaron Hemmer there. Poking that puck away, then did a little nifty move in between the legs. Just couldn't put it home. Almost had it, but score is still 0-0.
Face off, one back by Cobourg. Muscles it ahead for Harvey. Outlet pass intended for Gossman, stole it away. Here's Chin. Chin takes a big hit near the circle. Puck goes rolling behind the net. Blue Jays with possession. Passes tips towards center ice. Aaron Hemmer puts one in on net. Glove save made. And here comes Lukey. Across the red line. No help as his team was going for a change. Tigers able to take it back over. Hemmer, left circle shot, blockered aside by Larson. Here's Rudman. Out in front, nobody home in the crease for the Tigers. Goes all the way to the near side for Lukey. Once again, not a lot of help as Weber corrals the puck. He'll take it towards the other side. Spin around and play for Chin in behind the net. 5 minutes gone, no score here on senior night for the Missouri Tigers. First of two between these squads. Originally supposed to be a 7:30 game last night and a 7:30 game tonight. Obviously tonight's game happened as scheduled, but some travel issues forced last night's game to be rescheduled to tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So the first of two tonight, they'll wrap up the season. Both of these teams tomorrow at 9 as Watson a little razzle-dazzle to get around a man. He's pushed into the corner, gets some help from DeGroat, takes it out in front, fires one into the pads of Larson. Vodnansky on the rebound, backhands to DeGroat. Towards the blue line, Uglo with it. Long shot, traffic in front, save made on the rebound, they score! It's Vodnansky on the backhand, picks up a loose puck in front, and he gives the Tigers a 1-0 lead.
It was a good job by Vodnansky there to come in and corral that puck that was sitting loose in front of the net. Nobody cleared him out front. Takes it backhand, puts it over the shoulder of Larson. An exciting start here for the Tigers.
Tigers getting all of this pressure in the early minutes of this first period. Finally able to convert and get one by Larson. The Blue Jays on the other side trying to challenge Struckoff. The puck rolled wide. Loose in front. Harvey picks it up, flings one in on the backhand that goes wide. Another chance with the puck in the crease. It's finally taken away by the Tigers. Here comes Fred Bramstead. Cross ice pass towards the middle. Lukey on the backhand scores! Dylan Lukey on the tremendous feed in front from Fred Bramstead makes it 2-0.
What a feed by Bramstead, and the OHL former Dylan Lukey comes across, and you've seen that skill come in there. We've seen it come in the past couple games. He's been humming. He just hasn't got one, and there you go. There's his first. Good to see 22 on the board in black as the Tigers take an even further lead.
Two quick goals for Missouri. Vodnansky and Lukey. A duo of freshmen. As Lukey has the puck once again. He's able to get around Lorenzo. This puck picked up by Newton. Throws that towards the middle of the ice. It hit a leg, and Zagorski will recover for Missouri. It's a Creighton team that has had some difficulties on defense this year, giving up a lot of goals. Zitzman in the corner, trying to elude Newton. Puck tied up at his skates. Now Weber passed for Bramstead, a little bit off target, but Lukey unable to corral it. The other way comes Setnar all the way in front, and he fires the chance wide. Setnar got in behind the defense quickly. The puck all the way on the other side of the ice now. Zagorski touches for Weber. Bramstead takes it out for Missouri. Now loose puck in front. JT Baker pokes it in. Larson almost lost it, but he's finally able to cover up. JT Baker was right there, ready to pounce on that loose puck. But with 12:38 to go in the first, we get a whistle.
I don't know if it's because we're late in the season and the leash is a little looser, but these Tigers coming out with some style and flair tonight. Seen a couple nice plays already.
Blue Jays have played 12 games. In half of them, they've allowed double-digit goals. Shin in his own defensive zone. Up the boards for press. Look to send it in deep. Pass intercepted. Now Setnar with a hip check on Gossman at center ice. Press able to split the defense towards the left circle. Press plays it back for Walsh. Walsh had it roll off his stick at the blue line. Shin recollects and fires it straight into the Creighton bench. Right at Dawson Lukey there. Everybody appears to be all right as Lukey steps over the boards onto the ice.
Not intentional, but I don't think Chin cares.
That'll bring the face-off to center ice. And Hemmer takes it. Hemmer out in front, and that goes just wide. Tigers with a pep in their step early in this first period. Austin tried to slide it to Hemmer. Now here's Rudman. Looking to find Austin. Loose puck goes to Walsh instead. The redirect from Hemmer goes just high of the net, but the Tigers still with the puck. And now the pass for Walsh is broken up. And here comes Newton. Tony Newton looks for some help. He's pushed up against the boards by Walsh, and Austin will give his D-man some support. Long pass for Hemmer. Extended shift for this top line on Missouri. Right pad save made by Larson. Lukey takes it away. Burst of speed around Shin. It's a 2-on-1 for Creighton. Lukey across, and that one goes wide from Kip. Out in front in the crease, it wouldn't go. Another shot is blocked by Zagorski off the stick of Gossman, and Zagorski backhands it for Hemmer. Great opportunity created by Lukey there, Ray.
It was. Zagorski was the one that kept that out. Almost had a wraparound. Zagorski got a stick in front. The 2-on-1 was coming his way. He couldn't defend it. But then another big block to get it out of their end.
Centering pass by DeGroat. Hops up into the air off of a stick. And Zagorski down low. Vodnansky looking to find DeGroat, who was lurking right in front of the crease. The pass broken up by the Blue Jays. That one intended for Pellegrini, but the Tigers take it away. Here's Vodnansky. Bonnet cut him off. He sends it off the glass and back for Luke Watson. Watson around a man into the Creighton zone. Around another at the right circle. Skates out in front, fires it on net, and it wouldn't go. And now some open ice ahead for the Blue Jays. Standing ahead Newton, but he tried to make a move, had it stolen away. And Brennan Shin outlet towards DeGroat. Vodnansky picks up the loose puck. He's got DeGroat with him. Vodnansky fires. That might have gotten a piece of Larson. Went up into the glass. It stays in play. Blue Jays in their defensive zone. Vodnansky with the shot there. He had the opening goal for the Tigers in this period. Weber put one on net. And trying to catch Larson off guard, but it went wide. Here's Vodnansky again. Vodnansky shoots, and a blocker save by Larson. Tigers keep the pressure on. Odnansky spins around McDonald. Pass intercepted in front by Kip. Sent to the near side boards, out of the reach of Newton, who's towards the end of a long shift. Carson Weber sends it all the way down. Tigers get some fresh bodies. This one is sent all the way to center ice by Lorenzo. Shin puts the puck right back where it came from. Over halfway through this opening period here on senior night. Tigers the 2-0 lead, looking for more with Lukey. Pass, score! Tic-tac-toe for the Tigers, making it look easy. It's Fred Bramstead who buries it and makes it 3-0. That was beautiful.
On a play that looked like it was just going to be a shot from Lukey in the slot, he hits Zitzman to his right, and the vision of Zitzman to go straight to Bramstead on the back door. Absolutely beautiful play. Just an easy tap in for Bramstead to make this game 3-0.
Bramstead back out there, and he wins the opening draw. 8:40 to go, 3-0 Missouri as Uglo's got it in his defensive zone. This line has gotten off to quite the start tonight. Wraparound attempt by Owen Walsh was shut down by Larson. Bramstead, the recent goal scorer, to Zitzman in the corner. Spins around for Bramstead. Had it knocked off of his stick, but still in front. The Tigers fighting for it. Zitzman to the slot. Zitzman pump fakes, shoots, and it goes wide. Creighton just trying to get it out. Lukey has the puck again. He's been the fastest skater in the opening portion of this period for Creighton. Lukey's got it on his stick again. Lukey gets around Lukey. Dawson Lukey and Dylan Lukey. They spell their names differently. It's Bramstead to Dylan Lukey on the one-timer. Big save by Larson. This is back out to center ice. Dylan Lukey, L-U-E-C-K-E. Dawson Lukey of Creighton, L-U-K-E-Y. So, not the same spelling, but you'll hear a lot of the name Lukey here tonight.
And don't forget about Luke Watson.
Oh, you're making it even more confusing, right? Prest able to keep it in for the Tigers. Center raid pass, Baker off a leg, loose puck, Zagorski. Back for Baker at the circle. Spins around, punches it in deep. Zagorski will keep it in. Center raid pass looking for Baker, not in his wheelhouse. Press shoved by Pellegrini. Harvey chips in there to help. Baker shoved to the boards by Coburg. Baker will send it back to the blue line for Zagorski. They hit a body out in front and it's knocked down. Tigers first to the loose puck. Spicer trying to get it out, but tenacious forechecking by Zagorski. Here's Setnar. Setnar with some space. Tried to find Press for a one-timer. The pass a little bit off target. Bonnet knocks down Press. And this is just out of the reach of Zagorski. Tried to glove it down off the boards, but instead it goes all the way towards the other end of the ice, and the Blue Jays able to switch lines, and long pass completely off target. This will be icing. So the faceoff comes back towards Rico Struckoff, but a lot of the early pressure here, Ray, coming from the Tigers, and a bit of a short bench here for Creighton. Smaller roster, and so you have to imagine players getting tired a little bit more quickly than on the Missouri side, where you've got that full bench.
Let's say even the Tigers have a couple guys out, but compared to them, it's night and day in the roster size. You can just tell visually.
And Setnar a chance there. Larson trying to cover up that puck and had some troubles. Setnar was right there trying to capitalize on the opportunity. Here's Aaron Hemmer. He's got Austin racing out in front. Hemmer tried to tuck it home. It wouldn't go. Rudman poked at it. Taken away by the Blue Jays. And Hemmer on the defensive zone turnover has the puck. Hemmer fires it right into the breadbasket of Larson, who covers up for the whistle. But yeah, good point, Ray. Tigers without a couple of major contributors No Blake Houston tonight. No Cole Heffington tonight. And no Will Peterson as well. Captain Andrew Knapp still out with the injury to add to that list of Tigers that are missing the action tonight.
Speaking of Knapp, I did hear he said to me he will be out for a couple months, but he will be back sometime soon in the near future. So we'll probably see him next year, most likely.
Well, good news for the junior, who's had a prolific career with the Tigers. This is icing on Creighton with 5:19 to go in the opening period. It's good to see Rico Strukoff get action in net as well. It's been mainly Joey Christoffel and Patrick Stipple-Kolsky this year in net for the Tigers. Strukoff, the St. Louis native, getting the start here tonight. He's been perfect so far, hasn't been tested a whole lot. Tigers once again in the offensive zone. Hemmer trying to find Rudman. You can tell he was a little bit upset that pass missed its mark. Rudman, neat pass out in front, and they score! A wacky looking shot was redirected out front, caught Larson by surprise, and Aaron Hemmer has made it 4-0 Missouri.
The look on Hemmer's face after that goal wasn't very pleasing, but either way, it's a goal. I think he'll take it. Just not the way he probably wanted it, but they asked how many, not how.
Exactly. I think he was upset with himself earlier on in the shift. He tried to find Rudman with a pass and sent it a little bit wide, but Rudman with that neat backhanded no-look pass right back to Hemmer, and sometimes just got to throw the puck on net and see what happens. It pays off for Missouri there as Vodnansky tried to center it out front. This is cleared away by Creighton. Uglo back in behind the Missouri net. Wait for his team to get set up. Finds it to DeGroat. Took a little hack on the stick, but with the puck now, trying to get around a man out in front. DeGroat. Larson got a piece of it, and it looks as if Larson has covered just at the last second. DeGroat acted as if that puck might have gotten behind Larson, and that actually came off of its moorings, so they make that adjustment with 4:27 to go in the first.
Both of our seniors picking up an assist on that last goal. I'm sure they're happy about it. They don't care how it went in. That's a point on the night and senior night for Rudman and Austin.
You have to imagine those two would love to bury a couple goals at some point tonight, given the way, especially this game is gone for Missouri. The fact that everything's been working on offense here in this first period. It's the DeGroat line on the ice now as the Blue Jays win the faceoff. Floated out towards center ice. Zagorski controls a bouncing puck. It's around Harvey. Now Bonnet in his defensive zone. Punching it ahead for Harvey, who ran into Zagorski. Got some help from Pellegrini. Zagorski once again is there. Uses the boards to play it ahead for Vodnansky. Vodnansky keeps the puck on his stick. Bonnet steals it away. Harvey pinches in on the far side boards. And another defensive zone turnover. That's been a common theme in this first period as DeGroat has it. Fires one off the blocker of Larson. Good reactionary save by the Creighton netbinder as this one is sent straight into Zagorski by Harvey. Gave Harvey a little bit of a shove there, did Zagorski. As DeGroat with a pass towards center ice for Lukey. One of the goal scorers in this period. Here comes Luke Watson. Tigers making some changes. Watson centering pass out of the reach of Zitzman. Bonnet. The saucer pass ahead for Gossman, but it's taken by Weber. Shin across the red line for Bramstead. He's got some room. He fires into the glove of Larson, who covers up with 3:07 to go in the first.
I think the thing I like most about this first period by the Tigers is they're aggressive and confident. They've been very strong on the puck, attacking whoever the puck carrier is for Creighton, causing a lot of defensive turnovers for Creighton. And you can just see the confidence in the passes. Some of the best passes we've seen all season, truly. And I'd like them to be this confident against a full roster team instead of a 13-man team.
All right, it's a Missouri team that has really gotten into a rhythm more and more as this season is gone. And I mean, that's the case for any team, but especially one where you have so many younger players. And it's something we've harped about all year long as Itzman finds Bramstead. His shot off the pad of Larson. Chin fires, hits a stick in front, ricochets to the neutral zone. Weber for Chin. Bramstead sips it into the offensive zone. The Blue Jays just kind of having some trouble with their outlet passes here. They get the puck in the defensive zone and just not able to connect really and move up across the ice.
Similar struggles to what we've seen the Tigers had earlier this year, as where sometimes in the game you just see them struggle to get the puck out of their own end, and that's just infuriating from a fan perspective and frustrating as a player. Sometimes it feels like there's nothing you can do. Every bounce is going against you, and it seems to be that way for Creighton early on.
Let's see what they can do with an offensive zone draw here. Blue Jays would love to net one here and make it a 3-goal game before this period ends. One-time attempt goes wide. And the arm of the referee up. We've got a delayed penalty as Pellegrini takes this puck. The whistle goes. Interference, the call. I believe it'll go on Coburg, and the Tigers will head to the first power play of the game. So with a 4-goal lead, Missouri with a chance to add on. It's Nate Coburg off for interference. 1:58 to go on the clock, so this power play will take up the rest of the period unless Missouri is able to capitalize. It's been one of the strengths for this team all year, the man advantage. Creighton able to clear it away. Tigers will get things set up. Final series of the season. Missouri and Creighton both trying to end it strong as Lukey's got the puck, and that wouldn't go. Press cross ice, gets it back. Uglo left circle, he shoots, save made, rebound poked on, and net. Larson makes another save and covers up with 1:29 to go on the Missouri power play that is brought to you by Gumby's Pizza.
Looked like the helmet popped off of the goalie. Gonna have to restrap that back. He's got it on now. Maybe a strategic play there. Get his guys a little rest. I mean, I'm not saying he did it or he didn't, but
hey, it's not the worst idea in the world.
I don't blame him.
Uglo off the face-off. Pressed far side for Uglo. Uglo shoots. That goes off of, I believe, Bonnet right in front of the crease and deflects off the roof of the arena. Fairly low roof here in Washington Park Ice Arena, and so the play is dead. It'll be an offensive zone draw for the Tigers as a fresh set of bodies come out. 1:16 to go on the man advantage. Both seniors on the ice now in Austin and Rudman. That's won by the Blue Jays and sent all the way down the ice. Struck off, settles it down. Carson Weber with the puck on his stick. It's the first power play of the game for either side. Semmer tried to skate around Newton. Newton took it away though and sent it the length of the ice. Struck off had Lukey quickly approaching. Zagorski got around Bonnet. Nice outlet pass for Rudman. Here comes Danny Rudman, who sends it just high. Rudman with the puck once again. Centering pass, and Austin just missed there. A golden opportunity, senior to senior on the power play. And the net comes off its moorings. So play stops. 33.4 to go in the period. 35 seconds to go on the power play.
Another cross-ice pass. Those lateral passes from the Tigers here in this first period have been absolutely stellar.
Off the draw, kept in by Missouri momentarily, but nice job by Creighton to muscle it out. Now the Blue Jays with the puck, a shorthanded opportunity. Good defense by Weber. Shot from Lukey, blockered away by Struckoff. He goes into the corner. Zagorski surrounded in white jerseys. Gets some help from Rudman. He laid a hit on Lukey, and Zagorski with a pass looking for Rudman, but just out of his reach, and it's sent all the way down once again with under 5 seconds to go, and that will be the end of the first period. 4-0 Missouri after one. The offense firing on all cylinders for the Tigers in this first period.
Right. Not a first period you want to look back on if you're Creighton, but an outstanding first period for your Tigers. 4-0, I mean, you couldn't ask for much more. Both seniors already have a couple points and huge lead. What else do you look for in this game, Ian?
Well, you know, I think you look at how Creighton is able to respond. You know, this is a team that has struggled at times this year to keep the puck out of their own net, but we'll see what they're able to do, the kinds of adjustments they're able to make. But if you're Missouri, the mindset has to be keep going, don't let the foot off the gas, and continue to play your game. Any thoughts from you before we head to the break, Ray?
I'd like to see the Tigers come back out and, like you said, keep the pedal down. Don't let up. Make sure these habits of this good passing and this aggressiveness, they stay and they roll over into next year and even tomorrow as we come back here for a 9 a.m. start. And I think habits, habits, habits. That's all you got to stay on. And if you run the score up, you run the score up.
Missouri trying to get a win on senior night. Off to a good start with a 4-0 advantage as we head to the first intermission. Ray Nickerson III and Ian Paprocki with you. Owen Backer producing. We'll be right back in about 12 minutes for period number 2 here from Washington Park Ice Arena. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Washington Park Ice Arena. 4-0 Missouri over Creighton after one period of play. Ray Dickerson III and Ian Paprocki with you. Owen Backer producing tonight's game. And Ray, a great start for Missouri, a team that fell just short in the rankings to make the regional tournament. Ranked 18th in the Central region with the top 16 going to the tournament. So just 2 spots shy of a regional berth, but they've come out on fire early on with a ton of life.
Yeah, they missed out this weekend on the Maryville game. Took Iowa down, but unfortunately couldn't come out with it. And hey, it's not the end of the world. As they're showing tonight, we know we're still going to fight. We're not just going to lay down. And honestly, it seems like they're having more fun knowing that nothing is on the line here. Let's just go play some hockey. That's all it is. And you obviously can tell they're having fun. Chris passes. That was offside. No call. Not the point. But you can just tell the speed is up. And you wish you would see this team play like this all the time.
Definitely loose, Ray, and see if that continues over into the second period. Vodnansky, Lukey, Bramstead, and Hemmer were the 4 goal scorers in the first. Sikorsky has the puck, flings it ahead. The skates of Danny Rudman. Rudman knocked down a pass attempt from Bonnet. Drops it for Hemmer. So Rudman deflects it in on Larson. It's steered away wide. Rudman knocked to the corner by Bonnet. Loose puck picked up by Lukey. So Lukey in the zone for the Blue Jays. Long shot by Harvey is sent aside by the pad of Rico Strukoff and out of play.
Another thing of note is that this is just an exhibition game. Nothing's on the line. And the way this works is technically Creighton is sponsored, yet they also have a D3 team that is not sponsored. A little bit of a weird situation. We'll try to get back with that later as we find out more. But you can just tell they're having fun, and hopefully they can raise the score up some more.
This Creighton team showing a lot of fight even with the rough start. See if they can turn things around after the first intermission. Vodnansky backhanded pass out in front. The Grote tried to poke it home, shoved it straight into the pads of Larson, who covers up for the whistle.
Another good opportunity there. Hard forecheck. Puck came right out in front. Like I said, DeGroat tried to put it in there. A little jab after the whistle by Watson. Almost tucked it right in between the pads of the goalie. He's there for the stop in his yellow pads with the blue jersey.
Vodnansky off the draw, whistles one just high above the crossbar. And Harvey pokes it free. Here's a 2-on-1 for Creighton. Harvey has Gossman with him. The pass is broken up by Zitzman. Great defense by number 2 in black and gold. It's taken away now by the Tigers. Ethan DeGroat to Vodnansky far side. Vodnansky drops for DeGroat. Spins around Gossman at the boards. Takes a hit but makes the play. Luke Watson out in front. Vodnansky knocked off his stick by Harvey. Back towards the blue line for Uglo. Uglo gets around Coborg, slides it in front, and they score! Vodnansky with his second of the game. And it's 5-0 Missouri.
Good pass by the offensive defenseman Uglo there, just to feed it right on the tape of Vodnansky. A little backdoor tap in. Wonder if they were working on that. Something just playing around, or I don't know. That just looked calculated.
They made it look easy for sure, Ray, and a good start to the second for this Tigers offense. It's a good point you make. I have to imagine that that's something that they've been working on. Uglo knew right away what he wanted to do with that puck. Here's Walsh. Cross ice to the skates of Bramstead. Pellegrini tried to poke it free. Walsh towards the center of the ice. Uglo picks up a loose puck. Walsh finishes, and he makes it 6-0 Missouri. Crisp passing in the offensive zone again for the Tigers. And 2 quick goals here, with Walsh adding tally number 6.
Another primary apple, as the kids call it there, by Uglo. And the defenseman, Owen Walsh, just stepping up there in the slot, acting like that's where he belongs. Maybe he does. He gets another goal in the year.
Walsh, the freshman, with a great play, and he's on the ice again. Zagorski fires to the center of the ice for Bramstead. He lost the puck. Spicer plays it to the neutral zone. Blow sends it in deep. Dylan Lukey tried to play it towards the center of the ice. Now it's Walsh in the corner. Near side corner, Lukey. Uglo at the point. Uglo. Left circle for Bramstead. Bramstead tried to slip it out in front for Walsh. Now Bramstead in the corner. Centering pass for Lukey. Unable to connect. Back out into the neutral zone for Zagorski.
Walsh was playing up on that shift. He was the third forward there with Lukey and Bramstead. And you know, Lukey and Bramstead have been out there with Watson a lot Watson a lot, along with a couple guys we're missing in Blake Houston. You know, and maybe that's why. I know they're shuffling some cards around here with guys being in and out. JT Baker being a new sub in today, as he's about to take his first draw.
Baker on the face-off. Kyle Setnar out there as well, a guy who played an extended run on the D3 team this season. As a turnover results in a chance for the Blue Jays. Here comes Kripp, his shot deflected, loose puck in front, and it's taken away at the blue line by Pellegrini. Sends it straight into the legs of Setnar, centering pass towards the crease. Bounces off a stick, finds Setnar at center ice. Poked away by Bonnet. Pellegrini on the backhand. He flings it out towards center ice. Now the Tigers regain possession. Chin lost the puck though. Here comes Bonnet. Bonnet around a man, centering pass, loose puck in front, and the save is made by Struckhoff. Maybe the best look of the game so far for Creighton, but Rico
has been tested a couple times tonight. Hey, he's come up big all 3 times. You like to see that out of him. It's like you said, he hasn't had as many starts this year as a Christophel or a Stupolkowski, but still, you know, he's getting some time in here late in the season. Who knows what he can turn into next year? He might be a big factor.
Off the draw, just exits the zone. Nathan Austin speeds his way towards the corner of the ice. Around the net, Austin centers for Rudman, but it's off target. Coburg plays it around the near side boards for Harvey, who turns it over to Rudman. Rudman looking for Aaron Hemmer. Pass off a stick, but he gloves it down. Rudman right circle, fires off the crossbar. Uglo keeps it in. Good looking shot from the senior Rudman. Now pinned up against the boards is Nathan Austin. Rudman in there to help. It's finally freed by Lorenzo. Kripp takes it away. Center ice. Lorenzo over the blue line. Drops it off. Coburg tried to get a shot away, but unable to do so. Here comes Zitzman. Rudman for Austin. Austin left circle. In behind the net. His pass is picked off. And here comes Pellegrini. Pellegrini looks to get around DeGroat. He does. Centering pass pad save. Struckhoff. Net off its moorings once again. I think that's maybe the 3rd time we've seen that net get dislodged.
Yeah, this net is definitely being complicated. It's having its issues. Maybe, I don't know if it doesn't like that side of the rink. I don't know the issue here. Did Creighton do something since that's their defensive zone twice? I don't know. Let me not come up with theories now. But a couple times it's been off. But I want to talk about that last shift. Hemmer with the, or Rudman actually, with the one off the post. Almost a perfect shot right in that little triangle in between the goalie's glove and his neck. Couldn't fit it, just goes off the post, but he's getting one here.
Ethan DeGroat burst to speed off the stick of Pellegrini. Zagorski at the circle, and the save made by Larson on the long shot. Some traffic out in front, but the Creighton netbinder not allowing a rebound. So offensive zone draw coming up for the Tigers. 13:43 to go in the middle frame. Vodnansky and Walsh, the 2 goal scorers in this period. DeGroat off the faceoff, save Larson. Rebound to Vodnansky. With 2 goals tonight, Vodnansky takes a spill. Kip shoved him against the boards. Now DeGroat to Zagorski. He sends one in, redirect in front. Vodnansky just sent it high. Looking for the hat trick was Vodnansky. His goal in this period was a similar play where he redirected it in. That time, though, it winds up in the netting.
See, that shot was by Zagorski. Last one was by Uglo, as you aforementioned on the goal. But same place, same spot on the ice from that left corner, the left side corner, straight in front of the net.
Vodnansky with it again. Looking to maneuver his way to the front of the net. Knocked off the puck. Back for Zagorski. Harvey lost his stick. Still looking for it as Zagorski takes it to the goal line. Tried a centering pass that was broken up. Zagorski's got it again. Turnaround shot hit traffic. Vodnansky for DeGroat. Threw that one just wide. Vodnansky again. Played up the boards by Creighton, straight to Weber. Zagorski looking for a lane. Gets it back from Watson. This time fires on net. It's blocked in front. Lorenzo was out in front for the Blue Jays. Zagorski eludes one man. That shot blocked, and Coburg a little bit shaken up there. He lost his stick. He stays in the play. 2 Blue Jays without a stick. Now just one as Bonnet retrieves his. Vodnansky cross ice pass for Watson. Spins around a man. Watson takes it in front. Shot hit a leg. Zagorski keeps control for Missouri. Zagorski being hassled by Harvey. Finally, the puck exits the zone. That was a long shift in the offensive zone and almost a breakaway on the other side as Kip was in behind the defense of Missouri.
Tigers getting a little lazy in the neutral zone at times as a Blue Jay takes a fall behind the play.
It's Lukey on the other side, a little bit slow to get up. He's skating back off the ice. He was trying to stay in, but they make a substitution for him.
He did stay in.
Oh, he did stay in.
He told the guy to go back.
Here's Kip with the shot straight in the glove of Struckoff. They had somebody else jump over the boards for Kip at one point, or for Lukey, excuse me, and Lukey said, no, I'm good to go. So you like to see that. Lukey's had a strong game. Freshman from Ontario. Tigers win the draw.
Isn't that something? Lukey from Ontario. Our Lukey played in Ontario in the OHL.
Zitzman, one-timer, and they score! Right on cue, there he is. It's Dylan Lukey with an absolute rocket that beats Larson for the extra point. 7-0 Missouri.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Dylan Lukey. That was an absolute rocket. That one. I'm surprised that one didn't Shea Weber through the net. That was one of the harder shots we've seen on the year, especially missing the big shot of Andrew Knapp. Maybe he can take that place with Knapp being out for now.
So Lukey has his second of the game. Harvey in the offensive zone for Creighton, stolen away. Zitzman ahead for Dylan Lukey. Rolls back towards Rico Struckoff. Leaves it for Chin. Zitzman, who had the assist on that last goal, outlet for Bramstead. Ahead for Dylan Lukey. Lukey takes it all the way in front. Centering pass, shot is stopped. Rebound, they score! It's a hat trick. Or excuse me, that's Zitzman who had it for Missouri. Nicholas Zitzman, who leads all Tiger defensemen in points with goal number 8.
The man who put down Iowa puts his 8th goal on the season and the 8th goal on the board. Not surprised when it comes to Nicholas Zitzman being down that low and in front of the net.
Well, Zitzman had the late go-ahead goal against Iowa. in the MACHA tournament. And he's got one here tonight. Is pressed at the right circle, centering pass. Setnar tried a one-timer, but whiffed on the pass. And here come the Blue Jays the other way. Harvey out in front, and his shot goes off of a stick and straight into the netting. So 4 goals for Missouri in the first period, 4 more just in the first half of this second period.
They were only halfway through this period. It's starting to look like a shooting gallery. Everyone's just ripping any puck they can. It's like when you go out with a buddy and you're playing, you ain't got nobody to play with, but hey, let's do some one-timers. They're just practicing out here almost.
Tigers have not scored 9 goals in this arena this year. Season high at home is 8. Did it against Kansas in their last home game on January 30th, and another time towards the end of September. Harvey tries to exit the zone. Setnar at the circle, centering pass, save Larson. Didn't know where it was for a second. It popped up, but landed right in front of him, so he covers up.
You know, we try not to have our biases, Ian, but if there was anybody on this team that hasn't scored that you would like to see score today, who would it be?
Man, that's a great question. I'll get to it, well, right here, because we got another whistle as Hemmer's shot is stopped by Larson. I'll go Brennan Shin.
I like that pick.
I like the question. Yeah, Brennan Shin, I think he's looked great here tonight. Well, who's your pick?
The man with the puck right now, Max Zagorski. You went 3, I went 4, and I think he just needs, I would love to see him get rewarded after working hard all season, starting in D3, getting his way up to D2, and he's become a mainstay. Started tonight. We'll see a lot of him next year as well.
Danny Rudman with it. His shot straight into the glove of Larson.
And I think, of course, you got to mention 11 and 8. You hope both the seniors get one tonight. Rudman and Austin, if they could both pot one, make it the 9th and 10 goal. Why don't you?
They picked up assists tonight, but like you said, still be looking to get on the board as Austin will take this face-off against Kip. Kip wins it back. On it up ahead towards Lukey. All the way back down. This will be icing as Uglo wins the foot race. 2 seniors on the ice right now, and Nate Austin and Danny Rudman both played a huge part in this program over the last 4 years. Both were pieces of that 2024 Final Four team when the squad was still in D3. They've both been with the organization as we transition to D2 hockey. They play on their senior night here as delayed offsides. Pass deflected into the Tiger bench. 9:07 to go in the middle frame.
And that one just hit off the stick of Hemmer and hit the stanchion. Almost hit our camera lady in that beautiful pink Mizzou sweater.
Those were worn back in October, I believe against Oklahoma State. You have one of those sweaters, don't you, Ray?
I do. Breast Cancer Awareness Night. I love the cause and love the look. Absolutely stunning. Probably one of the best sweaters I think we've worn this season.
Rudman, backhanded shot goes wide. Tigers always strong in their sweater game. Zagorski fires one in. The shot is blocked by Cobourg. In behind Austin. Rudman at the slot. Whiffed on the shot. Taken away by Creighton. But suddenly a turnover. Zagorski's got it again. Pass out in front for Hemmer. Hemmer was looking for Austin in front. You can tell he's trying to get the senior the goal. But it didn't work out, and this puck comes right back out in front. Lorenzo takes it away. He fires it off the board. Zagorski keeps it in. Slap shot stop. Austin the rebound wide to the right.
Nothing going for these seniors so far, but they're both trying to get one.
Austin was looking up at the sky after that as it's kept in. Here's Rudman. His shot off the glove of Larson. And finally, the Blue Jays able to escape their own zone as Lorenzo plays this in behind. Struckoff was trying to field that like a left fielder playing a fly ball. It had it fall to the ice, but no problem there as Creighton was going for some line changes. And here is Bryce Uglow. Spins around. Luke Watson for Ethan DeGroat. DeGroat surrounded by a couple of Blue Jays, just sends it in deep. Newton up for Bonnet, he took a hit. Weber keeps it in. Vodnansky in the corner, looks for DeGroat. Weber pinches in once again, but Bonnet gets around him. He'll chip it in deep with Watson chasing towards the corner. Watson will try the far side. Looking ahead for Carson Weber. And this one deflects out of play off the stick of Vodnansky. Probably would have been icing had Vodnansky not gotten a stick on it there. Ray, back to our jersey conversation. We're talking about the pink ones. I mean, I feel like this program is continuously just put out beautiful sweaters year in and year out. Big fan of these new ones that they've been wearing here towards the end of this season that they have got on tonight with the Mizzou diagonally spelled out on the front of the sweater.
Almost New York Rangers-esque. I think you also got to mention the 50th anniversary jerseys that they had earlier on in the year.
Yeah.
Those were not the fanciest, but they were very clean.
Towards Walsh in the corner. Walsh playing up once again. It's a forward on this line with Shannon Weber, the defenseman. Deflects out of play, and Creighton getting some new bodies out onto the ice. I like Creighton's look too.
Yeah, we were talking about that before the game. I love the blue with the light blue. The only issue is those like royal blue pants.
Lukey trying a centering pass. Yeah, I think maybe the record here for number of shades of blue you can fit on one jersey, but it's sharp.
We could try one more, but I don't know if it would look good.
Skated out by Weber. Pass right on the tape of Bramstead. Weber hustling towards the front of the net, tried to get it right back. The Blue Jays read that though. Bramstead with his right skate knocks it down. Bonnet muscles it up ahead. Kip for Harvey. They turn it over out in front. Lukey tried to poke it home, hit the side of the net. Bramstead there as well. But Larson finally covers up with 5:46 to go in the second.
This is almost turning into an EASHL game where you're playing with all your buddies, all 60 on the ice, and you're like, yeah, you guys can go up. Let the defense play forward. Let them get some points at this point. But hey, you know, I'm sure they're out there having fun. And when you, hey, I'm sure as a defenseman, when you get to push up, it's like, oh my gosh, I can actually play forward. Yeah, they get to have some fun tonight.
Uglow neatly spins around a defender, still with the puck on his stick. And he gets it out to the corner. Good work by Uglow. Setnar behind the net, tried a centering pass for JT Baker. It's taken away and floated out towards the offensive zone, and a whistle stops play, offside.
Kyle Setnar with a big goal in that game against Iowa as well, tied the game. It was another slot shot. Got one in there on the power play. I'm sure he's happy with his season. Also another guy that started on D3, has made his way to the D2 roster, and has really been a big contributor.
Yeah, Setnar had 2 points in 2 games.
Did they just hit the ceiling?
In the MACHA tournament, and yeah.
That's another thing. If you weren't there this past weekend at the game in Maryville, they still somehow managed to hit the ceiling, which was about 20 foot higher, it seemed like. This team and hitting the ceiling, some things never change.
Yeah, start playing outdoor hockey.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Can't hit the ceiling when you're playing outside.
Maybe bring some cream jerseys in.
That'd be a good look. Centering pass for Harvey. It's deflected away. Of course, Tigers 2 years ago played at the outdoor rink at Centene in the St. Louis area.
That's kind of outdoor. Not fully, but it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd love to see him play on a pond.
That one is turned aside by Larson. Sitzman at the blue line. Uglo gets around Harvey. The D-man in deep, back out in front, and a save made by Larson. Lukey, an outlet pass. Uglo with the takeaway. Just onside. Out in front of the slot, it's broken up by the Blue Jays, but Setnar with it again. He shoots, and the save is made. Loose puck in front. Larson covers it up with 4:16 to go here in the second period.
Can I propose something for the outdoor games?
Sure.
If this is hypothetical, hypothetically speaking, of course, why not do one in Faroe Field?
Well, you just saw Penn State, the NCAA team, play in their football stadium, so I thought of this as well.
Gavin McKenna had a big night. I mean, why couldn't one of our guys have a big night? I'm just saying, I don't know if we could pack the stadium, but I think there could be a way.
Well, it's pretty cool because the club teams, Penn State's got a club team as well. They played Oklahoma State the night before outdoors at the football stadium. And Oklahoma State, a team that played in this very rink back earlier in the season.
The domination of Caden Green that night.
They've had an outstanding year. The Blue Jays face them as well. So both these teams have seen Oklahoma State.
Were they the team, if I'm not mistaken, that got absolutely obliterated by Oklahoma State?
Yeah, it was 25 goals.
Yeah, 25. Unfortunate.
Austin with a shot that whistles wide.
What's the shot count on him tonight?
We'll have to check with our PA announcer, Robert Crable, in between periods, who's got the stat sheet next to him. Here's Lorenzo circling back for the Blue Jays. Creighton able to hold on to the puck. Jack McDonald with it. Flings one straight into the glove of Rico Struckoff. You know what a cool location for an outdoor game would be if you wanted to keep it in Jefferson City? If you could somehow set up a rink right out in front of the Capitol.
Now we're thinking. Now we're thinking.
You've got me
like
brainstorming
that.
on. I mean, outdoor hockey, you just can't beat it.
No, it's. Why not do it on the Mississippi?
There you go.
Or the Missouri, rather. Mississippi. I'm thinking St. Louis brain here.
I don't know if the ice would be strong enough.
You'd have to do it like when it was, 2 degrees out there.
Probably not the best idea, but hey, you never know. Sikorsky spins around a man with 3 minutes left on the clock in this period. A commanding 8-0 lead, looking for some more as Luke Watson has it at the left circle. DeGroat lurking in front. He finds the puck and he buries it. Ethan DeGroat extends the lead. It is 9-0 on the pass from Luke Watson.
Nathaniel Coburn going full dive there to try to stop that pass. But too good of a pass there, right to the tape of DeGroat, who just bats that one home. I'm surprised the goalie isn't cheating to make a couple saves at this point. Unfortunate for the tender David Larson, but these Tigers are out here having fun. We almost got double digits.
Well, it's now the most goals that Missouri has scored at Washington Park Ice Arena this season. Tigers have had double digits 3 other times this year. Not in this rink, but they're searching for the 4th double-digit game. Sitzman in behind, outlet for Vodnansky. Floats this towards the boards. Watson hits the deck. His bonnet was next to him. Another pass for Vodnansky. One of a couple of guys on hat trick watch. Chin for Vodnansky in the corner. Chin again near the blue line. Under 2 minutes to go in the period. Sitzman far side. Vodnansky near the goal line. DeGroat, bad angle shot, couldn't get it to go. Loose puck up high. It's batted down and controlled by Vodnansky on the near side boards. Chin. Vodnansky trying to get around Kip. Wasn't able to do so, and he skates the puck out towards the neutral zone. Lukey out in front. Lorenzo rolled off of his stick at the last second. He had his stick tied up. Here's Luke Watson. Skates it out in front. Keeps possession of the puck. Backhanded pass for Owen Walsh, who's got a goal in this period. Walsh trying to skate his way in. Lorenzo shut that down, but the Tigers keep possession of the puck with Vodnansky. To Chin. Vodnansky in the corner. Now it's Walsh. Vodnansky behind the net. Oh, he was trying the Michigan there. Not quite able to do it, but that would have been something.
I didn't see any fans jump up, but my face lit up. I'd love to see that.
Here's Walsh. Backhanded out in front. Chin was there. Zitzman takes it away. Good pressure there by Coburg and Lukey. Tigers left to enter once again. Walsh. Under 30 seconds to go in this period. Now Lukey a chance at a breakaway, but the pass just out of his reach.
Tigers didn't have a man there. Almost led to that wide open breakaway, but good thing the pass was off course.
5 seconds to go in the period. Tigers with control of the puck. Creighton will not have time to fire away another shot. And that ends period number 2. 9-0 Missouri over Creighton here on senior night. Ray, your thoughts on the second period that saw 5 more Tiger goals?
I think the Tigers are just having fun. It's Valentine's Day. Love is in the air. They love hockey. Hockey's loving them tonight. This is just an absolutely fun night. For the last 2 games of the season, I don't think the Tigers really have a care in the world right now. It's just, let's go out there and have fun. That's all they're caring about. And that's something you love to see. Who knows what this score will be? We're already at 9-0. You got a score prediction?
Ooh, a score prediction.
We're through 2 periods, so we could have done this before. I don't think I would have guessed this.
Well, if you're asking for my score prediction, I guess so. They got 4 in the first, 5 in the second, go 6 in the third, and that would make it 15.
15-0? 15-0.
I'll just say they keep getting 1 more every period.
I like that idea. I'm going to go.
I think Creighton gets 1, though. I think Creighton will get on the board in the third.
I like that. I like that thought.
So not 15-0, but I think Creighton will get on the board.
I think we're going to go. Let's go 19. The combination of Nate Austin and Danny Rudman's numbers. They both get a goal. That's my prediction for this third period.
We'll see if our predictions come true. It's been a rainy day in mid-Missouri all throughout the day, but it's raining goals for Missouri inside Washington Park Ice Arena tonight. 9 of them after 2 periods of play. We head to the intermission, set for third period action here on senior night in just under 12 minutes. Alongside Ray Dickerson III, I'm Ian Paprocki with Owen Backer producing. We appreciate you spending your Valentine's Day night with us here on the Mizzou Hockey YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere. Third period action coming up shortly. Welcome back to Washington Park Ice Arena. Ray Dickerson III and Ian Paprocki with you as we get set to begin period number 3 here on senior night for the Missouri Tigers. And the Tigers, a 9-0 lead over the Creighton Bluejays. 5 more goals for Missouri in the second period. Rodnansky, Walsh, Lukey, DeGroat, and Zitzman with tallies in that frame as we're underway in period number 3. Newton off the face-off, fires that straight into the pads of Struckhoff, who makes the save. Rico Struckhoff in goal for Missouri. He's been sharp so far. Offensive zone draw coming up for the Blue Jays. That's one away by the Tigers. All the way back towards the right side of the ice, collected by Creighton. Missouri with it now. It's Zagorski. Outlet pass ahead. Nate Austin out in front. He fires and it goes just wide. Now on the near side. Picked up by Weber, who fires it in on net, and it's knocked down. Here come the Blue Jays the other way. It's Kip towards center ice. Is poked away off the skates. Towards the corner, thrown out in the direction of Struckhoff, who steers it aside with the pads. Carson Weber in behind. Kip went down to the ice. Zagorski outlet for Hemmer. Aaron Hemmer over the blue line. Towards the middle of the ice. Tried to slide it ahead for Nate Austin. Pellegrini for Creighton. Lost the puck. Austin, bad angle shot, and it goes just wide. Shin has it near the blue line. Pass in front intended for Austin. It goes all the way down the ice. Well, a very special guest is joining us here as we begin this third period. It's Mizzou captain Andrew Knapp with us here on the broadcast. Andrew, thanks so much for joining us. Glad to have you. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing pretty good, enjoying all of these Tiger goals that we've seen so far. And Andrew, the big story for tonight has been the seniors, Nate Austin and Danny Rudman, is another great opportunity, and they score. It's Ethan DeGroat with his second goal of the game, and the Tigers have hit double digits. So DeGroat with another, but to get back to my question, Andrew, about the seniors. They got honored before this game with the ceremony. What have they meant to this program, Danny and Nate, everything that they've contributed over the last 4 years?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like what our announcer, Robert, mentioned, they've been a huge impact in our cultural shift. You know, when I came as a freshman, we had a really strong season, really successful season, winning MACHA and making the strongest appearance in nationals, and you know that kind of culture to kind of be brought into is I mean, so much fun, and growing with them and you know kind of seeing their time in is real sad for me. I hate to see them go. I love them so much, but no, I'm happy for them. They've done so much for us as a club, and we can't thank them enough.
Each with a couple of points here tonight. Kind of shifting the focus, obviously, the two seniors there as Vodnansky tried the Michigan. Another attempt with the trick play, and Lukey takes it away for Creighton on the breakaway. Dawson Lukey, a backhander, and it's stopped by a 10-0 game. But Andrew, only two seniors, meaning this has been a much younger team for you guys. Lots of freshmen, lots of sophomores. What has that been like for you as a veteran leader, just helping them get acclimated to this level of play and seeing their growth throughout the year?
It's it's been an adjustment for sure. Yeah, I mean, usually for me, I've been used to kind of having a lot of vets who know how things run, and so yeah, having a bunch of freshmen, it's been a shift. You know, kind of reminding guys, hey, look, we're showing up on time to this still, right? But yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun being able to kind of mentor some of these kids and just kind of show them what ACHA hockey and Mizzou club hockey is all about. And now we've had a blast, and yeah, I think they have too.
There's another one for Missouri. The Tigers make it 11. Fred Bramstead buries the shot, beats Larson, and the offense picks up in this third period right where it left off in the second. But back to your point, Andrew, it definitely seems like the team, at least from our perspective, has started to gel a lot more as the season has gone on, and these younger players have gotten comfortable playing at this level. And just looking back at the season, there's a lot of great moments. Ends this weekend. What is your favorite moment if you had to go back and pick one?
I'm actually, this is probably not something you would guess. Definitely bus ride back from KU. I mean, I think KU is probably one of the highlights of the season. You know, it's always fun giving those guys a little butt whooping, but no, we had so much fun on the bus ride back, and I think that was really kind of a time for. Oh, there you go.
There's another. 12-0 Missouri. As the goals continue. What a shot by Bryce Uglow over the right shoulder of Larson. But yeah, that KU home and home must have been really fun. I mean, outscoring, was it 15-1 in 2 games, and being able to beat a rival like that. This place was rocking. Probably the biggest crowd that I've seen in the last 4 years for this team. I mean, what was that like, just playing in this atmosphere in front of all of these great fans?
I mean, it's so much fun. I mean, unfortunately, I didn't get to play it, but kind of watching it from an outside perspective, you know, I obviously got to play in the last 2 years. It's so fun watching it, like the kind of culture that's growing around Mizzou hockey. We're trying to make a bunch of advancements with the new women's program that we're trying to launch this next season, and I'm sure the discussion of a new rink at KU, and a lot of games throughout the season as well, as just kind of helps with that. But KU games always mean more to us, obviously, in Mizzou Nation. So kind of a bit of a change of pace with the goal differential this season compared to the last 2. But no, yeah, it's been a blast.
You mentioned the bus ride on the way back from that KU game. I'm kind of curious, because you guys have taken a number of lengthy bus rides. How does your team pass the time? I know maybe it looks different when you're getting prepared for a game as opposed to riding back after a win, but do you guys play games? Are you locked in listening to music? You know, what's kind of the vibe? Take us inside that Mizzou bus.
I think on the way there, I mean, we're pretty relaxed. I remember on the way to the KU game, we were playing some phone games together. You know, usually just kind of keep the mood light and fun, and then on the bus ride back, I mean, we have a pretty decent sized speaker. We'll pump some country music or some fun tunes for us to get a little pumped for, and we kind of have an annual tradition of storytelling that we have our rookies do. So you know, we did that on the bus ride back, and the combination of that and our coaches getting in on some fun with some karaoke and all that, I mean, I think definitely an historic bus ride that a lot of us could say.
Karaoke sounds like fun. Any songs that stood out? Favorite karaoke song for you guys?
Oh man, there was a lot of good ones. I couldn't tell you the best one, but I think it was Uglow and Lukey that were in competition for the best karaoke off. So no, it was pretty electric. So yeah.
That's awesome. And looking ahead now to next year, obviously the season ends for you guys this weekend, but so many returners on next year's team. What's something you guys are looking to build upon as you head into the 2026-2027 season?
Yeah, I think we've kind of just preached just progress every season. You know, 2 years ago we were a Division III program, made it pretty far. Last year we were Division II. We put up some fair fights throughout the season, and obviously this season we've made a little more progress. So I think that's just kind of the goal every season. Another goal.
And there is the senior, Danny Rudman, getting in on the fun. Rudman has one on his senior night. And the Tigers continue the offensive surge. And Andrew, it looks like this team is just having a lot of fun out there tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's last games of the season. Our season's over. I can't tell you how positive the environment is right now. I mean, it's always real positive, but you know, this is a weekend where, honestly, probably some of the strongest bonds are made. You know, everyone's just having fun. They're not so locked in, focused on hockey, and they can kind of let loose a little bit. And yeah, I was over there on the bench for a while, and I can just tell everyone's having fun.
Well, I'll let you get back to your guys on the bench. One more question, though, before you go. Ray and I got into a conversation in the second period about outdoor venues and sort of dream outdoor games. I know you guys played at Centene a couple of years ago. My question to you is, if you could pick one outdoor venue anywhere, a dream place to play hockey outdoors, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, I can't ever deny an outdoor game against KU. I mean, if you want to mix that with maybe a little outdoor game at I saw there's a Penn State University outdoor game. That arena is pretty electric. Maybe some sort of mix of that location against KU, but I can't not choose an outdoor game against KU.
Yeah, that would be an absolute blast. I'm sure both sides would have a lot of fun with that. Andrew, thanks so much for joining me here on the broadcast. Best of luck to you as you look forward into next season and coming back and having a great year for this program.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys.
Tigers adding a couple more tallies with Andrew on the broadcast. 13-0. Dylan Lukey with it. Fires it in, deflected, and nearly got in behind the goaltender, Larson. Tigers still with it in the offensive zone. It's taken away by Creighton. There's Dawson Lukey. Kip on the far side. Blocker save, struck off. Ray will bring you back into it here. What have you seen over the last few minutes from this Missouri team as they've continued to have everything pretty much go their way on offense?
I think you see a team that still wants to get that other senior as goal, and Nathan Austin, and some tired legs from Creighton. That's what it looks like out here. And this game, they're just running the clock down. They ain't even stopping on whistles. It's over. The white flag has really been waved, but they got to play the 20 minutes. So this is what we're doing. I don't know, 15? Question mark, maybe?
Oh, that was my pick, wasn't it?
That was your pick. We're at 13. I don't know. Let's find out. Also some good answers there from the captain, Andrew Knapp.
Yeah, it was great to hear from Andrew Knapp about his perspective on this season.
A little karaoke action, apparently. Didn't know that.
Yeah. Man, that bus must have been lively, like you were saying on the way back from the KU game. I find it funny how I asked for a dream venue for the outdoor game, because we talked about that in the second period, and all he said was KU. Anywhere outside.
It didn't matter.
Just a game against KU.
He said, just bring them on. That's all I want. It doesn't matter the venue. Let me get KU. I like that attitude. That's just that true Sun blood. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Something about it. You put the black and gold on, it's just a hatred.
Outdoor game at Arrowhead, maybe?
It's a good thought.
Tigers are back on the power play. It was a tripping minor to Jack McDonald. This Missouri power play brought to you by Gumby's Pizza. Tigers have not committed any penalties here tonight.
Very disciplined. That's good. That's good. The Tigers need to be more like that. We've had some games where penalties have racked and piled up.
It's really not a physical game, at least compared to what you typically see.
Well, I don't think Creighton can really enforce a physical game when you're down so many men. It's just too much energy out of you. You don't have another line. It's just the two lines they have. to put that much energy as another man goes down for Creighton. Ate a shot, not loving that.
Play stays alive, and finally the whistle blows here. The player down is Tony Newton.
Hopefully he's okay. Hunched over in a lot of pain.
Well, Creighton team that is already short-handed. I mean, you just can't say enough about the effort and the heart and the grit that this Creighton team shows, even with the score being what it is. I mean, they're still out there. They're skating hard. Nobody's giving up. Sometimes in lopsided games, you'll start to see the other team just mail it in, but no, that's not really what we've seen at all from these Blue Jays.
I mean, really, you got to commend them for just even showing up. Takes a lot of cojones to know you're coming in with only 15 guys and you're really only 13 skaters against a Missouri team that's had a good season. Unfortunate outcome in the end, but they've had a good season. They're trying to get one here.
A little miscommunication there with the goaltender struck off. Kip tried to poke it home. Didn't have the best angle, though, and so the Tigers take over with 41 seconds to go in the Gumbies power play. Aaron Hemmer. Dropped by Ruben to Zagorski. Here's Chin. Winds up, fires high. Rebound to Rudman.
You know, as we reflect on it, we were talking to Napoli, his favorite moments. What has been some of your favorite moments, Ian, of either this season or the past couple years as you've been here for multiple years now?
Yeah, I mean, this is season number 4. Man, it's a good question. As Nate Austin fires one that's stopped by Larson. I know I brought up the outdoor game. You know, we didn't broadcast the national tournament in St. Louis in that 2023-24 season, but we were there, and so just being there and seeing this team make that Final Four run, and you know, I think just being part of the transition to D2 from D3 to having a D2 team and going from one team to 2 teams, and there are just so many moments that stand out. You know, I'll go back to it, brought it up earlier, but I think the outdoor game at Centene against SLU that same season, probably if you had to ask me one moment. And then KU this year, if you want to talk about this year specifically, that game was just lots of fun. The energy, I mean, I've never parked so far away in the parking lot in this rink. Usually I'm fairly close, decent walk, but I got here fairly early for that game, and there nearly wasn't a place for me to park. I had one, I think one of the last 4 or 5 parking spaces, or else I would have had to find something across the street. There were so many people here, and so just being part of that and seeing the growth of this program and how much this fan base supports the team, and just hockey in mid-Missouri being where it's at, it's awesome.
I'd say mid-Missouri hockey is really taken off, and I got here in Columbia. I was a transfer student. I'm a senior now, you're a senior. I've been here for 3 years, and the first year I got here, I was like, where's the hockey stuff? I'm from St. Louis area, you know, hockey's big there. And as you can see, it's growing here, and hopefully this is a start of something in mid-Missouri and Columbia, and maybe we can come back in 10 years, and hopefully we're both big-time announcers. Who knows what that, you know, maybe a little future insight, who knows. But we can come back, and there'll be a rink in Columbia. You know what I mean? That would be the ideal situation.
Rink in Columbia, make the jump to D1. I mean, there are so many goals I think that a lot of people have in this organization, and
they're achievable.
Yeah, all this program has done is continue to grow. There's another shot out in front, and they score. Goal number 14 from Owen Walsh. He has his second. And another one for Missouri, that's the 5th of this period. Walsh was just camped out right in front of the net there.
You mentioned growth. I think the lead grew another one. 14 now on the board. That's impressive. It's impressive hockey.
Well, this is the most that Missouri has scored in this rink since October 1st, 2022 against Kansas. Had 12 goals that night. Up to 14 here tonight. It's a new season high as well. 12 was the season high that this team accomplished on November 21st at SIUE. Sitzman for press. I haven't mentioned it, but it's been ongoing here for a few minutes. Running clock now with the score where it's at. So we're down to about 95 seconds, and that clock will just keep on going.
Been more than a few.
Late stages of this Missouri blowout.
I don't blame them. Get the game over with quicker. Hey, that's sooner we can get to sleep and be back here tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be right back here in less than 12 hours, if my math is correct. 11 and a half hours till puck drop tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. between Creighton and Missouri to wrap up the 2025-26 season.
Might have to skip dinner, just go straight to bed.
Be a pretty late dinner. Stolen away by the Blue Jays as we've hit 1 minute to go in the third period. Tigers looking to make it 4 of their last 5, and they'll do so as Lukey shoved off the puck by Lorenzo. Harvey out there to help him. Lukey, a pass for Rudman. And a centering pass, they score! And there is Nate Austin. On his senior night, he has picked up a goal. Both seniors have scored here in this third period, and it is 15-0.
I think we're just going to take a kneel on that one, and the time's going to wind down. You got the 15 right.
I did. You asked my prediction, and I did, and that's it. Tigers win. They take the series opener here on Valentine's Day with 15 goals, taking down the Creighton Bluejays. 4 goals in the first, 5 in the second, 6 in the third. And Nate Austin and Danny Rudman plenty to celebrate on their senior night as the fans salute the crowd here in Jeff City. We'll be right back at it, like we said, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for the season finale. Ray, any final thoughts on this one?
I think the Tigers brought their best tonight. Unfortunately, it's a little late. No playoffs, but hey, let's have some fun. And that's what they did. Hopefully they do the same tomorrow. Have a little fun here at the end of the season. Look forward to next season. It's going to be a while, but practices are going to come up soon. And can only look to the future now. What will the future hold? We don't know. But our producer, Owen Backer, has a couple words.
I just want to say it is senior night, and as much as we're all happy for the seniors that played on the ice, it's the seniors that are behind the scenes on the broadcast that I want to talk about tonight. We've got 3. We have our own Michael Totis, who's not here tonight, but he's been with us for 2 years and has just been an absolutely incredible broadcaster, a consummate professional, really good at sideline reporting. We were stranded in a Whataburger in Kansas City. And then Ray Dickerson, who you heard on color tonight, he's a senior. This is his first year, and he has just been a Mr. Reliable. Anytime anyone needs anything, he's been there. And I don't know, he's only been here a year, but I don't know what I'm going to do without him next year. And then the guy you heard on play-by-play tonight, Ian Paprocki, he's been here for 4 long years. And I said it with Ray, but I really mean it with Ian. I do not know what I'm going to do. He has been co-running the broadcast division with me now for 2 seasons. He has so many games. You have spent so much of your life in Washington Park Ice Arena, Ian. And this organization is going to miss you dearly. And Mizzou hockey is just not going to be the same without you. And I speak for myself as well as everyone on the broadcast team and all the fans when we say we're going to miss you, and we really, really wish you the best coming forward in the future.
I appreciate that, Owen. That means the world. This program means the world. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a ton of fun. I mean, I have to shout out Luca Vitale as well for bringing me on. And we talked about the growth of this team you know, going from D3 to D2. But on the broadcast side, I mean, this thing, it used to be a little camera. We checked out from the J school that was kind of sitting behind on the bleachers with us, and the railing would get in the way, and the connection was spotty, and there were only a couple of people. I think Luka called the first game that he ever did here. This is 4 or 5 years ago. He called it from his phone. And, you know, you fast forward 5 years, and, you know, we've got an AI camera attached to the roof, and we've got a team of 10 or so people that make the trek down here to Jeff City. I mean, it is just, it's incredible to be a part of that growth, and to just do it alongside you guys. And, you know, we do it for the fans. It's been great to, you know, hear from some of the fans who enjoy what we do. And, you know, this is just it's a great program. So one more to go tomorrow. Ray and I aren't gone yet, but
we have one more, and I do want to say, just to touch on what Owen said, I've worked with so many people in broadcasting, television, radio. None more professional than this man standing to my right, Ian Paparocki. And I truly mean that.
That means the world, Ray. Thank you.
And I don't know if the Jim Nance Award, I don't know. I think we just watch out for it. I don't know. I'm just saying, this guy's got a future. I know that. Hopefully we all do. And hopefully our paths cross later on, and they will tomorrow. So, we'll see you tomorrow night.
We will see you tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Oh my God, you just reminded me.
We got to go back up and get some sleep and come back down here. I'm sure there'll be plenty more reminiscing to be done tomorrow. But again, Owen, thank you so much for the kind words, Ray. Appreciate everything. It's been a blast. I know you've been here just this year, but it's been so much fun to work alongside you, and excited that we get to do it again tomorrow. You've done an incredible job. And so, I mean, this has just been an absolute blast. Like I said, you know, not a whole lot else to say. Just really love being down here in Jefferson City, and we'll be back tomorrow morning. That'll do it here tonight from Washington Park Ice Arena. For our producer, Owen Backer, Robert Crable on PA, Ray Dickerson III on color, I'm Ian Paparocki signing off. Once again, the final score, Missouri 15, Creighton nothing. We thank you for tuning in here on the Mizzou Hockey YouTube channel. We hope you'll be right back with us with your coffee in hand at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for the season finale between the Tigers and the Blue Jays. Thanks again for joining us. Good night, everybody, from Jefferson City.